Really? No.
Do it.
No.
Let's do
it. Ridiculous.
I'm wondering where we're going with this.
How do other musicians even talk to you? Why are we in black?
What kind of show is this?
You're totally inspiring.
I got hotel keys in every pocket. This was a Beachcombers episode. You ripped this off.
You are watching Stripped Down. You are watching Stripped Down, Saskatchewan's only 1-hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. I am your host, Curtis Anderson. Got a big treat for you this week on Stripped Down. Ladies and gentlemen, the Foggy Notions. You are watching Strip Down. We're spending 60 minutes with the Foggy Notions. And it was like being in a Shaw TV time warp tonight, let me tell you. I made the mistake of mentioning how this is the 116th episode of Strip Down. And in our very first season, we only did 16 episodes. And in the original season, we had about 3 hours of everything going wrong before we actually started taping each of those 16 original episodes. That was kind of what we had tonight. We had all sorts of stuff breaking before we began taping. But nonetheless, we're up and running. Welcome, the Foggy Notions. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Fine.
Yeah.
What are we going to hear tonight? I'm so excited.
Original.
7 more songs.
7 more songs. Explain the vibe, the sound of the Foggy Notions.
Foggy Notions, well, we were really, well, I don't know, all of us, but for me, it's like, I was really into 60s garage and
80s pop,
80s Australian
Hazy Underground.
power pop.
early 90s British music.
And I don't know,
Yeah.
we just wanted to start a band that was along those lines.
Sounds like a little obscure tastes. How does Saskatoon and area respond to the sound?
There's some bands that,
Yeah?
that are starting to,
I see your name everywhere. You guys gig a lot, so obviously there's a demand.
yeah.
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 So you look out into the crowd then. Who do you see? Like what kind of fans? Young, old? You have such a variety of musical influences.
It's kind of a mix. Yeah, it's actually really a mix. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some older guys too, and
Yeah.
high schoolers.
Middle age.
Yeah, it's really all over the place.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the history of the band, how you guys all got together, CDs, that kind of thing, where people can get their hands on music, and of course, upcoming shows. But yeah, let's set the tone of the night. What's the one thing people need to know about the Foggy Notions, just to kick the show off? What's the difference between them sitting at home or coming out to your show? Something really profound.
We don't sound like anyone else.
Good enough. All right, let's. Before we jump into song number 2, what was song number 1 about?
I Could Go On was, I think, the first song that I wrote
Yeah.
when we first started this. So
We
I
started
don't know
off
what it's
just
about.
Kaylin and I, and that was the first one that kind of had a band in mind. So
I think it's. I really love pop music, especially from the '60s, because it was ridiculously sugar-coated, but melodies were always really important. So lyrically, I don't really care what it's about, but
You nailed the sound.
yeah.
Sweet. Where do we go from there? What is song number 2?
This one's called Getting Over You.
Getting Over You. Take it away, the Foggy Notions.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We are spending 60 minutes with the Foggy Notions here on Strip Down. We have to gear up for our first commercial break, but stick around because coming back right out of the first break, we are going to talk to one of the original members of the Strip Down crew, back for 1 week, possibly 2 weeks. We'll talk to Mr. Colton Wall as soon as we get back from this commercial break. Stick around, more Strip Down coming up right after this.
He's big, he's bold, he's a polar bear. And as much as we wouldn't want to run into him face to face, we also wouldn't want to see anything threaten his existence. Hard to believe an animal this big needs our help. But even though the polar bears live far away in the remote Arctic, we are having a negative impact on their lives. Our pollutants travel the oceans and atmosphere and enter their food chain. Plus, climate change is causing the ice they live on to melt earlier each spring. This makes it more difficult for the bears to catch their prey. If you're wondering how you can help, simple things like riding your bike, walking, or taking the bus instead of driving will do a lot for our environment and the polar bears. But that's just a start. If you go to hww.ca, you can learn more about polar bears and find ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345.
Do you know where stuff goes once it's flushed down the toilet? It travels down pipes under our streets to a sewage treatment plant. There it is cleaned up through a variety of processes before it is sent back out in our lakes or rivers. The problem occurs when people flush things down the toilet like makeup, cleaning supplies, and some pharmaceuticals that the sewage treatment plant can't clean up. They are dumped untreated into our waterways, which other people depend on for their drinking water. Some cities continue to dump their sewage untreated into our waterways, while others are using innovative thinking to reuse sewage byproducts as fertilizer. What can you do? Be sure to properly dispose of any chemicals or unused medicine at your city's hazardous waste disposal site. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
And he can lift anything. Anything at all. He's that strong.
Joe Schuster, will you stop it or you'll miss your train? Now help me find number 5.
Strong, but by day he's a mild-mannered reporter. Glasses, you know, a secret identity.
Honestly, you Canadian kids.
He'd be in this cape.
A what?
A cape. Wearing these blue tights.
A hero in tights, really. Here it is.
Listen, Lois, this guy is faster than anything, I swear.
If you're not fast, you're gonna miss your train.
That's it. A bullet. A bullet. He's faster. No, he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Come on, get on it. No one's gonna read a comic strip about a strong man in tights, Joe. It'll never fly.
Fly, no. But he can leap over tall buildings. Oh, wow, yeah.
See what your cousin Frank says in Toronto.
Wait, Lois. I've got something for you. Here, take it. It's a gift. You never know. It might be worth something someday. Is he great or what? Bye-bye, Lois.
And we're back. You're watching Strip Down. We're spending 60 minutes with the Foggy Notions. It's kind of a cool vibe in here today because there's been a lot of university finals and stuff which have kept some of the crew away for a few weeks, but it seems like the original group is all back together today. And when you speak of the original group, very special announcement today that for this week and next week, our original audio guy is back. Ladies and gentlemen, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. The man of 1006 holds, Mr. Colton Wall. Colton, welcome back, buddy. Yay!
Thank you.
Your replacement for the 4th season, Mr. Bennett Dobney, unable to attend Strip Down this week and next week, sliding back working the Ben Dobney groove out of the audio chair. What does it feel like to be back, Colton Wall?
Feels really good.
Yeah?
It's nice that everyone's back here, too.
Yeah, you picked a good week to come back. And you, of course, instrumental bringing the Foggy Notions onto Strip Down. What do you know about the Foggy Notions? You're a pretty big fan.
I am a fan. I recommended them.
Yep.
You asked me to recommend a couple, so they were the first ones. I really like them. I've seen probably most of them in different incarnations of bands all across the city for years, so. And really
you should
dig
be
it.
up here asking questions, and you clearly have done more research than I have.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, I really like this most recent band that they've put together here.
Well, welcome back, Colton Wall. We might talk to you
Thank
again
you.
a little later.
Right on.
But I think we need to get to more music.
Cool.
All right? Things are good, though? You got it on lockdown like usual?
I got her.
I talked again about how it felt like old days, and yeah, it was like everything was going wrong before we started taping. The original crew was here. Colton Wall was here. It was. I had to shake my head and remember it wasn't 2008. But we're back. All right. The Foggy Notions. What's up next? Let's go to another song here.
Well, this is a new one. The first recordings were a little bit jangly, so I wanted to come back with something a little edgier. I'm a huge Brian Jonestown Massacre fan.
Nice.
So we thought we'd go a little more in that direction.
All right.
I guess.
After this song, we're gonna just get the whole band history from
Okay.
start to present. All right. So take it away. You're watching Stripped Down with the Foggy Notions. Let's jump into it, you guys. Finally feel relaxed. I think we finally worked out all the kinks behind the scenes. I'm so sorry. It's been another testament to the crew we have here, the Jay Newfelds and the Salicardos and the Patricks and everybody else who you don't see. You just see the band rocking out, but literally just off camera, everybody's running around, pulling wires, making stuff happen. Foggy Notions. It started with you two. I heard off the first topic here we talked about.
Yeah, it was
the relationship here.
We're married. Janice and I started, we played a few shows by ourselves.
Okay.
And it was like lots of drum loops. But playing live, it was a disaster because it was, I don't know. Getting textures with loops is hard. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially live, so. And Charles, who we drummed with in an old band called the Vicious Crystals. And he was just a perfect fit.
Out went the drum loop. In came Charles.
He plays like a drum loop.
Yeah.
And then Gerard. I've known Gerard for a long time, so.
16 years.
16 years. So, yeah, and he's a great guitar player in the vein that fit for the group.
So what's it like sharing the stage with your wife, you guys?
That's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
I know a lot of people who start bands to get away from their other. So when you guys go on tour, do you still fight over who takes out the garbage?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Probably would.
Probably.
It's a good dynamic though.
Oh yeah.
So you get the call. Hey, want to join our band? It's me and my wife.
Yeah.
First thing that goes through your head?
Oh, immediately accepting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seems like you guys have a good time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while, so.
Yeah. And you got the call?
I got the call a year ago.
Yeah?
Over a year ago. So.
But he's also family too because he's Janice's uncle.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm married. It's crazy.
So it's a family affair here.
My mind is being blown right now.
Yeah.
You play often though. I see your name around Saskatoon quite a bit. You venture outside of Saskatoon, or you just keep it pretty local?
No, we haven't. We're lacking in ambition. No,
well put.
I don't know. We will. We have the Sled Island thing in Calgary coming up, which we're super excited about. So, yeah.
Thoughts playing Calgary?
Yeah.
Looking
forward to that.
Pretty big deal.
Yeah. No, it's good. We're playing with 4 Saskatoon bands that we always play with, so it's just going to be a bunch of friends. So
Sounds like you're about to drop some names here.
Yeah. There's a band that Bennett plays with, Feral Children.
Yep.
They're
Ben
playing.
Dobney.
Shooting
Guns. Great band.
Okay. Lots of requests to have them on the show too.
Yeah. Do it. And Friends Electric, who
three of us
are also in. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we get to more music?
Sure. Valentine?
Okay.
Sure.
Valentine. You're watching Strip Down with the Foggy Notions. Before we take our second commercial break, I gotta know, with all the other bands you guys have been in and are in, what is in the Foggy Notions that you're not getting from any other band? Why put this together? You guys are already so busy musically.
Well, with other bands, there were issues with certain...
Anyway, I think it's mostly just that we have so much in common musically, and it's just fun to play the songs together.
It was a natural progression, an evolution, if you will. A musical evolution
I
to
mean,
bigger and better things.
This band works a lot better than...
It's different, but it's like, yeah.
Sweet. All right, we're gearing up for our second commercial break. Stick around. We got lots more Strip Down coming up right after this.
My heart you stole, and this is my soul. My heart you stole.
The following sponsors are proud to support local community programming on Shaw. Mother's Music. (617 8th Street East, Saskatoon), on the web at mothersmusic.com. Ultimo Euromoto. (204 3rd Avenue South in downtown Saskatoon), 664-6640.
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345.
Do you know what happens to water once it's gone down the storm sewer? It's carried by pipes under the street and dumped into our lakes and rivers. The trouble is, excess chemicals from our yard and parks and oil and gas spills from the street also get washed down the storm sewer and end up in our waterways. These bodies of water are home to fish and wildlife and often is where we get our drinking water. Some cities are dealing with the problem by holding the water in ponds first, while natural processes absorb many of the pollutants. We can do our part by not over-fertilizing or over-watering our lawns. We can also keep our cars tuned up so they don't leak oil and clean them in a car wash so we don't send detergent into our waterways. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
I think we should hear more Foggy Notions. What do you think? Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen, the Foggy Notions. You're watching Strip Down. We're about halfway done with the Foggy Notions, and before that song, I was having a little fun. I was paying homage to the one and only water-aware girl with the whole head tilt. If you've been watching Strip Down for more than a week, you'll notice we always run the water-aware girl PSAs. It's this little blonde girl. She's cute as a button, and she cares about the issues, and that's why we love her. And one day we will find her and have her on the show. But speaking of caring about the issues, do you guys care about the issues? Do you guys have a theme with all your songwriting? Do you have a message out there to the fans?
No.
Water conservation?
No.
No, that's her bag. You guys
listen to good music.
Listen to good music? That's what the Foggy Notions bring to the table.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, when all the smoke and the dust clears,
Yeah.
that's what you want people to remember? Listen to good music. So are you like on a quest to educate people what good music is? Do you tell people the influences anytime they listen of like what they should be listening to?
No.
No?
I mean, it's up to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you saddened by the state of music today when you turn on the radio?
Depends on which station.
Oh, fair enough. Well, we won't start naming stations, but
We don't turn it on.
all right. I was talking to director Jay Neufeld during the break. You did something really cool, and I was just thinking about how we take Halloween on Strip Down really seriously. We took Ryan Bulge from the Deep Dark Woods out to the Deep Dark Woods for Halloween and had him play around a campfire. We've had Devil's Paradise with Go-Go Ghouls, these zombie go-go dancers. We've done a lot. We've taken the crew out to Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan. Did an episode on the shores of Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan with Old Joe and the Truth Hurts. However, in one swift motion, you out Halloweened them all. You got to do this. Do it for us.
Well,
this is the coolest thing.
Cool things usually come out of my clumsiness. Oh, there you go. And now I'm probably gonna be edited.
Like that's super creepy. That's horror movie sound right there.
There you go.
Does that segue into the next song at all? Does it have a horror movie theme?
No.
Paranormal elements?
Words that rhyme in a riff.
Yes. On that note.
It's called Sad Tomorrow.
Take it away.
Crescent moon in yellow light.
We're spending 60 minutes with the Foggy Notions, and I kind of want to resurrect a segment that we've only done once because it's one of the more controversial moments of Stripped Down. But with Colton Wall back at the audio board, I think we should try it again. We should call this Andy Schaaf Presents Colton Wall Rates the Band's Influences. Now, if you guys missed the Andy Schaaf episode, he's just a really nice guy, a lover of all music, right? So we thought we'd get Colton Wall to give thumbs up or thumbs down to his influences. And Colton Wall was harsh, ladies and gentlemen. It was something we often talked about after and since. Was Colton Wall harshing out Andy Schaaf.
In my defense, I think it was a little unfair. To give thumbs up or thumbs down.
What do you
some of his influences I didn't know, so I can't give it a thumbs up. Yeah, and you know, I'm not going to like everything everybody likes. I mean, come on.
Well, let's see how this goes.
We're taking flack for it for years.
Musical influences.
Stone Roses?
Stone Roses? Hey!
Primal Scream.
Primal Scream? Got another big thumbs up from Colton Wall.
Smithereens.
Not that familiar.
Flaming Groovies.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. Thanks for being a good sport, Colton Wall.
This one's a little more fitting to my tastes, so.
In all fairness, when I went back and watched the tape, we had a Goodbye Colton episode at the end of last season, obviously. And yeah, it wasn't as harsh as we all remember it being, but I think it was just because Andy Schaaf is just such a quiet talker that.
And I don't care about offending these jerks.
You
know I'm honest.
It worked out better. Oh, this would be perfect if all of a sudden there's like an Andy Schaaf run-in, but I don't think he's here tonight. Regardless,
bring him on.
Bring him on. Colton Wall's ready. The year away from Stripped Down has really given him some edge. In honor of all things first season, as I talked about, it's the 116th episode, the original season 0.5 or season 1, whatever we're calling it these days. There's only 16 episodes. We have Jenny Juba, Laura Churchman, Adan Lemoose, Jesse Gordon, Bryn Kreisa, all the originals back in. So I think it's only fitting. You know where it's coming. We have one more segment to play. The 3 Degrees of Josh Palmer. We're bringing it back. Have you guys been connected with Josh Palmer at all in 3 Degrees? This is something we played for like the first whole season.
No, like maybe like minus 20 degrees or something. I ran into him like outside or something. No, I'm just joking.
First time that joke's ever come up. Well done. Has he ever done sound for you? Done any work with the Palmer?
I remember hearing his studio. We had a practice spot above Amigo, so I think he had a studio up.
Was it like Walk This Way? Like were you guys banging on the walls? Like the video for Walk This Way?
No, it wasn't that at all.
No?
Like it was really obnoxious in our spot, so we probably didn't even hear them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been a lot cooler if it was like Walk This Way. You guys were like banging through the walls and ended up doing a duet.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have to take another commercial break. But stick around because we wrap up with the Foggy Notions coming up right after this.
To your boys, if it makes a difference, standing in out of choice, I'll glad.
The following sponsors are proud to support local community programming on Shaw. Mother's Music. (617 8th Street East, Saskatoon), on the web at mothersmusic.com. Ultimo Euromoto. (204 3rd Avenue South in downtown Saskatoon), 664-6640.
Oh my God! Look at that! Yeah, thank God she's a half a mile away, huh?
She's loaded, boys. You gotta get out of here. It's full of explosives.
Children, come on.
Oh no! Don't get out of here! Vince!
Come back in the school.
Please get these children out of here! That ship is gonna blow! No!
Mr. Coleman!
Hurry! Hurry! You gotta get these people out of here! That ship is gonna blow! The train. What? People, get out of here! It's gonna blow up! Mission ship on fire. Stop train. Please, God, answer.
Coleman, there's no time.
The train's coming in towards Pier 6. I've got to warn him.
Come on, Vince, come on.
There are 700 people aboard it. I've got to stop it. Come on. Come on, acknowledge.
Halifax was devastated. 9,000 wounded, 2,000 dead, including Vince Coleman, dispatcher.
Do you know where stuff goes once it's flushed down the toilet? It travels down pipes under our streets to a sewage treatment plant. There it is cleaned up through a variety of processes before it is sent back out in our lakes or rivers. The problem occurs when people flush things down the toilet like makeup, cleaning supplies, and some pharmaceuticals that the sewage treatment plant can't clean up. They are dumped untreated into our waterways, which other people depend on for their drinking water. Some cities continue to dump their sewage untreated into our waterways, while others are using innovative thinking to reuse sewage byproducts as fertilizer. What can you do? Be sure to properly dispose of any chemicals or unused medicine at your city's hazardous waste disposal site.
It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345. They're raring to go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Foggy Notions. You're watching Strip Down. We were wrapping things up with the Foggy Notions, and I'm saying it right the whole time, right? It's the.
Yeah.
It's not the. You got to go with the. It sounds more regal.
Yeah. We Foggy Notions. We Foggy Notions.
You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. For all things Foggy Notions, where should people go on the old internet?
I suppose MySpace, but that's kind of a dying art. But yeah.
You guys can keep it alive.
Yeah.
You're bringing MySpace back.
MySpace, we have an EP coming out right away.
Yeah.
So that'll be, I don't know, very soon. So yeah, we'll play Amigos.
Is that the first disc dropping,
yeah,
if you will?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
We've released some songs to the radio, but nothing.
Not a collection.
Not a
This will be
collection.
your first chance to get a collection of the Foggy Notions.
That's right.
Where does the name come from?
It's a Velvet Underground song.
An influence that was not named, that did not
Yeah,
get
yeah,
thumbs up or
suppose,
thumbs
yeah.
down from judge, jury, and executioner.
probably
Oh,
don't
there we go.
sound
Go back to
anything
Colton
like
Wall.
Yeah.
Go back
And
to Colton Wall
there's
real
a
quick. There it is. There. Thumbs up. Nice. Sorry.
No, there was a 60s band called the Foggy Notions. But
No relation.
we got a good lawyer, so.
We're all related enough, so.
Nice. All right. Final thoughts. Did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on.
It was good. Thanks.
And we should all thank Colton Wall again. We should do like the Springer's final thoughts with Colton Wall. Colton, say something profound. You've been on fire tonight. There's all sorts of attitude coming out from Colton Wall I wasn't expecting tonight.
Thanks for having me back. That's all I've got to say. I don't have anything profound.
Welcome back, Colton Wall. You were a staple. This man literally shaped the show for the first 3 seasons. It was, that was a nice close-up, too. It was good to have you back tonight, Colton. See you again next week, right? You're going to grace the Strip Down stage once again?
Yes, sir, if you'll have me back.
I'll have you back, buddy. All right. Thanks to tonight's cast and crew. Thanks to our sponsors, Mr. Sicily Pizza, Mother's Music, and Ultimo Euromoda for all things Strip Down. Go to Facebook, Strip Down, hit like. You'll see the dancing girl. That's where you know you're in the right page, so hit like. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time tonight, the Foggy Notion.
That's
personal appearance is not the best.